The Russian Civil War. Normally a very dreadful and punishing experience of a focus tree. But you know what? Today, we're gonna break it a little bit. But not just that. We're also gonna dominate Europe. Because normally, you're very weakened after the Russian Civil War. So you're basically very easy prey for the Germans. Or you just join them and then you don't need to care about them. Which also seems a bit boring. But we today are gonna absolutely destroy the Germans. So I would say, Araman, historical, and go. So, firstly, all the way to the right, we will immediately click beaten but not defeated. Research-wise, engineering and production stuff. And factory-wise, that is actually quite important. I'm gonna go trucks and support equipment. We will not need tanks. Also, the planes on here are really bad, so not gonna build them. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Construction-wise, we're doing the Civil War, so we basically want our factories over here. And most importantly, our entire army just train. So, first focus is done. Of course, immediately, we're gonna rush down the Civil War, because we want to get it done as soon as we can. Plus, now that we did this focus, Stalin will get a bit angry. We better do this fast. So let's do unification of the exiles for political power and asking for aid. We will not need aid. Yep, he mad. Anyways, we can also now put our HQ in Siberia. Very cool. And we also have to keep an eye on paranoia. Paranoia over here summarized. We don't really care about who gets purged because we can't use most of them anyways once we're monarchists. But we want to keep it under control so we can do more stuff. Because if the paranoia hits a critical level, the Civil War will start. And if it starts early, it's really bad for us. Therefore, always keep an eye on this, okay? There's only a limited amount of people that can get purged before it's getting really angry. So, this focus also done. Right now, there's one thing we really want here, and it is this modifier. And if you don't know how the Russian Civil War path works, by the way, over here, you don't need to take everything. You just need to meet certain requirements, which is basically popularity in certain ideologies and getting to the bottom of here. I will take a little bit more time to get more stuff than the minimum, because it will help a lot. On the side, we could get political advisors. And yeah, we also could go partial. But this is a little bit of a trap. Because we will need our political power for all of this stuff over here for the Civil War. So don't do that. Save it for the Civil War. Then go partial. And Stalin in the background starts to do his focuses. Oh no. And yeah, we could ask Japan for help and give them land. And we could ask Germany for help and give them oil. But no. Just no. What we can also do is forge reports to lose political paranoia. Let's do that. That now also done. Very fast. Thanks for being a 35-day focus. By the way, there's a lot of 35-day focuses here. Very good. And we will now do this, which is one of the focuses I really wanted to rush down, because this allows to secure land for the Civil War. And the more land we secure, the better we're off. So you want to have that early. And yes, just like the Spanish Civil War, the other side can also secure land. But in this case, it's more punishing, because once one side secured a state, you can never change it back. In the background, we have enough army experience, by the way, that I can just tell my army to garrison all of this. And they're now coming from all of Russia to do that. Very good. We also have this focus now done, so I'm also going to rush down this here, basically, once again, allowing us to recruit cavalry divisions in secured states. So yeah, we want that. More troops, very fast troops. On the side, we are not going to start to creep along the Siberian Railway, because if we secure those states all the way to the Urals, we will not have it far to go to Moscow. That is the lifeline we want to secure, the railway. So always keep an eye on this and always click when you can. By the way, we can absolutely stop training now. And we also have to remove the NKVD troops, because those troops cannot be changed or disbanded, because we can't do the focus that does that. But all the other divisions, we can very much change. So what we are going to do is the one thing you always ask me under every video I should do. I'm gonna make artillery only. Now comes the downside. It's actually not me who's gonna do artillery only. It's Stalin. And he's not gonna have a good time with it. So yeah, we just converted the entire Soviet army, with the exception of the NKVD divisions, which you can't change, into 3 with artillery units. This already will make the Civil War much easier. And yeah, for the idea for this, I have to say other YouTubers have done it, as much as I know. Please don't tell feedback I stole this video idea. But I actually got the idea from a viewer in a test run. And together with my Twitch chat, we kind of perfected it. I think this is pretty good. If you have ideas how to improve it, my comments are always open. So, the first real purge, goodbye. And you might already see in the background, we can now recruit horses. this. And we gotta do that. And something that is easy to oversee here, you also have some divisions to recruit over here from Manchuria. So once you have a little bit of time, take those two. But for now, I'm just gonna recruit the ones in my territory. For now, focus-wise, I'm just gonna do the most important focuses, in my opinion, which are gonna be these two for more divisions in the Civil War, this over here for more equipment, and these over here for ideology support if we still need them. Personally, I don't really care about any sabotage decisions because we will win so fast, they don't matter, like at all. This over here is also very useless because this gives you a railway and a supply hub. We already have that. Like, we already have a supply hub and we have a railway, so I don't know what that focus really does. I'm just gonna say ignore that. By the way, very important, be careful. Every time you do one of those decisions here on the map, like securing a state or recruiting cavalry divisions, you will gain paranoia. So keep an eye on this. What you can do is click this for dismissing the counter-revolution. I think I'm not gonna do it to keep some political power, but as a last measure, this could help. And yeah, when you do this, the best thing you can do is just keep the logistics map mode open, so you always see where you want to go with this. Basically, as I said, we're just gonna follow the railway. Very easy. And while we're doing this interesting stuff, let me give you an update on everything that's coming on this channel. If you're not interested, just skip to this timestamp. But very short information. The mega campaign probably gonna come out in December. I will actually take a little bit of time off just to work on that because I feel really bad about it now. But because the new DLC is coming out actually rather soon, we will do that first, of course, right? Because new HOI4 DLC, we're all hyped about it. Then mega campaign, and after that, we're gonna have more MP events. Because I promise you for a very long time now, I want to do more community events in the Discord. That is gonna happen basically starting the next year. What I also want to yap about is the new DLC. I think most of you saw the new teaser. If not, I'm gonna link it here. Austria confirmed. My personal POG of this DLC, not gonna lie. And on a very last note about the DLC, Paradox actually provided me with an affiliate link, basically allowing you to support me by just buying anything in the Paradox store. And this is not unique for this DLC. This link literally works forever, so please don't feel pressured about anything. But if you ever want to buy anything in the Paradox store or a Paradox game from Steam, if you want to do me a solid, because I get like 12%, which is a big amount, I give Paradox that. That's like huge. Maybe think about buying it in the Paradox store with my link. I will always put it below my videos now. And when you buy it in the Paradox store, you get a Steam key anyways, so you can just put it into Steam and you still have the game on Steam, right? I know that's very sellout from me. I'm sorry. But yapping aside, we are getting to the close with this focus tree. And I've been spreading all the way to the Urals, which was very important. I also like to have this up here. I mean, Tsarlin took this. Very rude. What I want to do now is maybe secure a little bit of the north so we can cut these two halves in half. I know, crazy. I would also like to secure this over here. So all of these troops over here will be basically with no supply. Because yeah, Stalin secured this for some reason. He's like, oh yeah, I need to secure the gulags, okay? Like, the Civil War can't liberate those people. Finally, with all the necessary focuses I wanted to do, problem, we don't have enough ideology support. So what we're gonna do now is do this, which gives us factories. And if that isn't enough, do this, which is actually a very useless modifier because we get manpower. We're the Soviet Union. We will not need manpower. And on top of that, we're gonna take a path today that will give us so much manpower. I guarantee you, we will not go off volunteer only. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the purge events. This is the third Moscow trial. It's not the last one, but I think it's the last big one. Meaning we really have to get our silver into a shape now where we can clean up. So, last two focuses, and we're getting really too close here, like dangerously. So I'm gonna dismiss the counter-revolution, buys a little bit more time. Yeah, I didn't listen to my own advice and was a little bit too greedy. Oh no, we get a trial. Oh my god, we're so lucky. Having this now means I can be greedy again. Yeah, boy. So how about we get this over here? But yeah, we get everything as planned. This was really on the edge. You know what? I'm gonna be very mean. I'm gonna delete the tank template. This way they can't build tanks. And I'm also gonna delete the motorized template. This way, they're really screwed. I can also delete the cavalry division. We will get new cavalry divisions anyways, right? We have all of the uprisings. I'm just trolling the Soviet Union now. Anyways, the hand stew is done. The Civil War will trigger right now. In the background, we will do this focus over here for more military factories. If everything goes good, we will be in Moscow before this focus is done. But my suggestion right now, speed 3, Civil War starts, and we have our beautiful borders where we basically cut off everyone. Now we have to organize this mess. I'm of course gonna take all of our artillery only divisions. I'm gonna convert them into a horse, and a few divisions over here will remove from the frontline order, and we're just gonna beeline them in supply hubs. Our main threat right now is to just ride along the railway and secure the supply hubs. And the best way to to do this, by the way, you see if I just right click here, it will take a horrible path. Just click the first thing and then hold shift and then tell them where to go next. This way it will follow the provinces you choose and you can easily just select the path they should walk. I would say we are ready. Everyone should come to the front line now. I think we will get even more troops in a second. Yes, very good. This is what we waited for. These uprisings. What I recommend, go into big cities. Actually, you can stay here. You maybe can go into Rostov. Basically, we still need to capitulate the Soviet Union, and if we take those big victory points, we make it easier for ourselves. We also get local supply, meaning if we just last stand in those cities, we will keep them. Most of the Soviet divisions are artillery only, so it's not that hard. Oh yeah, even more uprisings. That's very good. And there you see, this is actually a real division. This is NKVD. There's no artillery there. This is scary. Why did it stop walking all the time? Hello? I don't know what's wrong here. Every time I try to push, they just go back. I think I know what it is. Cannot delete this template because 12 divisions are transitioning from template. Yeah, I think those that are converted from artillery to horses don't have enough infantry equipment to transition. Therefore, they can't attack because they are actually still in the limbo. So we might be a bit late with everything here, but I learned something new. Yeah, now they can attack. Okay, this cost me a lot of days, but overall, yeah, I feel very stupid now. Anyways, back to the good old strat of just following the railway with your fastest unit all the way to Moscow. On the way, I will do as much pockets as we can. The Soviets are wasting a lot of troops just putting stuff here and starving, basically. This will never change the outcome of the war, but it will mean we have to deal with so much less troops down here. But yeah, overall, I'm just gonna micro these horse divisions over here that work now. And you see, once we attack those artillery divisions for just a second, they immediately lose. So my main goal is just to push around, secure supply hubs from all directions, and also encircle some of those good divisions so they have less and less of them. Yeah, you see those divisions over here actually got to most of the cities. So we control Baku, we control Rostov, we control Odessa, where we can actually send our navy in. Very cool. And yeah, we're in Stalingrad. Look at that. And we got the first wave of enemy deserters. I'm just gonna, you know, put them some on the front line. I don't really care where. And we get guns. Very good. Okay, first focus is done. We are a little bit delayed, but saying you can reach Moscow before the first focus, I guess it's not a lie because we're like 4 tiles away. But mistakes aside, looking at the focus tree, we're now gonna rush down this because we need to go down this side of the focus tree anyways. And stability and anti-communism. Not amazing, but also not bad. 2 stars. And we are in Moscow. Well, I didn't look because they had no divisions there. Yeah, most of the time the Russians are so busy with you that they don't even have time nor the resources to guard the capital city. Next big push, Leningrad. Oh, we actually won. Yeah, that was actually good time. So basically, we took 70 days for this focus plus 13. So it took us 83 days to win the Russian Civil War. I would say this is pretty good. This might have felt like a very long time because I did a lot of yapping, but not a lot of time has passed. It's September 1937, which for the Russian Civil War is really good. So capital city wise, no, we're not going to move it to Vladivostok. I know some of you already think that, but we're going to keep it in Moscow for now. Later on, we can move it to Leningrad, which will be called St. Petersburg, but for now, Moscow. And I'm also going to go completely into mills now. You might be thinking, Florius, are you stupid? The entire Russian focus tree is about building up a civilian economy and then using that to build up a military industry. And normally, you're absolutely right. This is how you should play normal Russia. But we're not normal Russia. We are Civil War Russia, meaning we lost like 2 years of civ building. So yeah, we just gotta build mills now. Gotta catch up with the German production. They will own a lot of Europe very soon. And on top of that, we can just conquer an industry later. So for now, this. And we still have a lot to do in the industry side of the focus tree. And we also need to repair our army. So for now, let's go down a little bit more here. But overall, we shouldn't lose ourselves too much in the silver path of the focus tree. Oh yeah, now they went about the destabilization. We are gonna go down the monarchist route. Spoiler. So how about we just call everything after the Tsar? Let's go. And yes, this is actually called St. Petersburg. Funnily enough, something that definitely didn't happen to me, just a story I want to tell, obviously, is if you fight the Finnish, which we will maybe do later, and they take St. Petersburg and rename it to their name, which is like Petteri. I don't actually know it. I don't speak Finnish. And you conquer it back, it gets reset to its default name, and you will have Leningrad again. Something I learned in a test run, and I didn't know existed, but yeah, I wanted to share my infinite knowledge. Now we got some political power, meaning we can finally go to partial mobilization. We are non-aligned, so we will not get war economy anytime soon, but this is already a huge upgrade for our industry, making it not more expensive to build mills, but cheaper. So that is good. Of course, war economy is still way better. There's no argument there, but we can't do it right now, so we won't. We're also gonna go down this now for faster building speed. Then we're gonna go down this for less consumer goods, and then this for more construction speed permanently. Those are mostly very short focuses, so we have time for them. Then we're gonna do industry, then we're gonna reform the army, then we're gonna destroy the Germans. And yes, we won the Civil War so fast, not even one single province split off from our empire. They didn't even have the chance to be disloyal. One warning I have to say though, I don't know if it's the Civil War or maybe because we broke the Civil War a little bit, the Germans will attack us a year earlier. So even if you're playing historical, just be prepared that you will not have the normal amount of time to prepare. Why do I know this? Let's just say in my first test run, I didn't dominate the war against the Germans. You could say quite the opposite. Anyways, what I'm gonna do now is army drill specialist, because it's the only guy left after the purge. Poor guy. Okay, I just saw the amount of guns we have. You know what? We're not gonna build guns anymore. We have 70k guns. And with that focus now done, we basically have all of the construction bonuses here. So let's finally make the industry focuses and most importantly, get some more research because, yeah, we're a little bit behind. And because it will be important later, I'm gonna get myself medium tank chassis. You might know where this is going. So now that we finished those industry focuses over here, giving us good industry actually, I want to rush down to here. And I know I already announced that, but I'm explaining this further because this focus over here is really good. 25 days, we get an industrial company that is on its own already really good. And we also get decisions to make this company even better. They're so good, I'm going to improve relations with America. And oh my god, do I forget every time that Joe Biden is in America. Short version, I use a graphic mod. You probably already know that by now, but there might be new viewers that are confused. I actually got it to turn the encirclement symbol into a like button. The creator of the mod is a friend of mine. And a friend of mine likes to have a little bit of fun with Easter eggs, like adding Joe Biden into America. And because it's just graphic stuff, it's still Iron Man. So I don't notice it. Not gonna lie. I'm always afraid what he's gonna do next. Anyways, we got foreign experts unlocking those focuses over here to get more industry, which we will of course do. 25 days. Very good. And now that we have some arm experience left, let's build an anti-air tank for Space Marines. And yeah, I know I wanted to do less Space Marine builds, but in my test run, my Twitch chat kind of really wanted me to do it. So yeah, we're doing it. Okay, we're building them so fast. Oh my god. And with those two focuses done, let's do Imperial Academy of Science. In the background, we finally have enough political power to get the industrial concern. So let's get it. Even more bonuses on building. I love it. And on top of that, we get these decisions. By the way, the Japanese are really winning right now. What is going on here? Oh, the Chinese United Front never formed. What is going on? That is so weird. Yeah, let me just say, I love historical. We got the research slot. Right now, what I want is to go down the industry path a bit more because there are really good bonuses down here. And yeah, let's do that. On the side, more industry research and also Air Force. We will need Air Force. For that, I'm gonna invite the specialists from the USA. That will be very good. But yeah, we need a lot of political power and right now we don't have that, sadly. And yes, I know over here, you kind of fix a national spirit that does give you more political power, but we need industry more. Like, we don't have a lot of time. Not at all. And yeah, never forget to put auto upgrade on because we just got a free upgrade to our anti-air tank and I didn't need to waste any experience. And we don't have a lot of experience. So that's good. And because it will be useful, let's create an intelligence agency. I'm just going to keep it with the NKVD because it's just funny. Very important event. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. We need this. This gives us a non-aggression pact and a lot of land for free. We would be stupid not to say yes to this. This has basically no downside and only upsides. And because this over here will happen very soon, I'm going to do something that I thoroughly recommend you should do too. We are going to prepare a war against the Finnish. And I know you say, oh, crazy, the Soviets doing that. You have to understand, we are not the Soviets. We are monarchist Russia. And we don't really get an early event to do the Finland war. It's quite late. So we have to manually fabricate this. If we don't do it though, the Finnish will attack us anyways. So we have two choices right now. Do we attack the Finnish early before the Germans attack us? Or do we wait for the Germans to attack us and the Finnish to join later? Because we're still playing on historical. They will go down this route where they basically will join the war when Germany attacks. I don't want to risk that. And this is a lot of industry plus army experience. So we're gonna attack them. And we actually already have so many anti-air tanks. I'm just gonna be rude and add them to the division. And you might think right now, what the hell is this division? Yeah, it's a work in progress. Okay, I will optimize it until the Germans attack. For now, I'm just gonna put everything in I wanted there. We're not at the final result yet, okay? It's bad. Yeah, this happened right now. Kicking off the world tension to over 50%, allowing me to do this. On the side, I'm also gonna do this because why not? So, for now, I would love to go down further here, but we can't. We need to reform our army. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start doing strengthen the mobilization plan. We need to get rid of a lot of those negative modifiers. Otherwise, the Germany war, even though we will be very prepared, will be very painful. Because in the initial push, they can do a lot of damage. And because I kind of forgot about it, I'm gonna right now build some air force, because we will really need something against the Germans. And if you don't start building now, it will be too late. So I'm backing off a little bit from anti-air tanks and completely refocus our industry on airplanes. This feels so weird though. Japan is just declaring very weird wars. Xinjiang. Anyone else? Or they're fabricating now. That is so weird. That's somehow funny though. So in the background, we have also unlocked those over here. And I'm gonna go down military industry. Let's take that. And I'm also gonna upgrade my planes. So let's get this amazing CAS and this amazing fighter. And would you look at that? Finland war goal is ready. Without any more waiting, let's go in. We have no time to lose. The navy that is here in the port, send it out for the naval invasion. Don't forget about it. I don't say this because I forgot about it. No. It's just a gently reminder for you, of course. And creep through Finland as fast as you can. And I would say, so far, looking so good. Of course, we're gonna do no peace. In the background, I will prepare a collaboration government to make Germany even easier. And it does look like this war is going to a close very soon. And yeah, war is over. Let's puppet Finland. And yes, we can take this, that at least took something. But mostly, yeah, I just want to puppet Finland. Because otherwise, I will be having a front line up here with the Germans that I like to forget about. And the less front line, the better. I'm also still a navy, because it's a tradition on this channel that we still navy. And yoink the industry, lost their resources. Very good. Now that this is done, I prepared another fun experience down here. And because I see we nearly have enough equipment to do the division I want, which is 35 with Space Marines, Jonkers, let's just do that. I will be getting myself a ground support expert, and I think that is actually most of the preparations. We are a little bit overkill here, by the way. Let me just put some divisions away here. Most of the preparations done. The Germans will attack this year, probably in the next 3 months, so I hope we can do Romania rather earlier than later. This modifier is gonna suck, but I think we can push through Romania while having this modifier. Justification is done. Hungary just joined the Axis, meaning we have limited time, so I would say we go in immediately. But yeah, I think we basically got this. The encirclements over here look very delicious. And we're done. I'm just gonna yoink these provinces over here for me, and the rest I will just puppet. And yeah, here we go. German war justification against us. We don't have much time left. I got basically all of this here done. The one last thing I would like to do is this over here for more production, and later on allowing us to go further down here. First compliance government is done. Gonna send the spies in again. Maybe we can get a few more off. On the side, I'm just gonna research all the basic stuff we're kind of behind on, because we did a lot of industry. We did focus on Air Force, and for the longest time, we only had 3 research slots, so yeah. So the Germans right now got their war goal. We're basically just waiting for them to come over. I mean, I think we're really prepared. We reduced this front line, absolutely. We don't have to think about the north. Also some final preparations. I have navies on every corner. They could naval invade, so they can't do it here. They can't do it here. They can't do it here. We really only have to focus on this front line. We did build a lot of mills in the meantime. Of course, not for a Soviet build, but for a Civilwar build, we actually got to 100 mills. The Germans have 150, which is a little bit more. But yeah, I'm happy. And I think we are very much prepared. Not gonna lie, if the Germans don't declare on me, I'm gonna declare on them. I don't know. I feel like this Germany is very weak, and this Japan is very strong. Talking about Japan being very strong. They do the provocation at the border now, meaning they will drag away random troops from my final preparations. Amazing. But I'm just gonna declare on them. And annoying that I do the offensive for, but you know what? I don't want to wait any longer. I'm absolutely prepared, and I want them to bash their heads against me. Trust me, in your playthrough, this will probably not happen. Like, they will declare on you. Japan will not do this. I have no idea what happened over here. But we're not gonna do desperate measures. I think for now, I'm gonna turn off my Air Force and just go into interception. That should be enough to kind of weaken them for now. Because right now, we want to trade good instead of actually winning the airplane fight. Oh yeah, by the way, this border conflict just took away my best general and 5 of its units to go down here. Thank you, game. This is actually what I absolutely wanted. Great. Yeah, not gonna lie, this entire playthrough is a little bit weird. I think weird is a word you can say. Anyways, I'm gonna do a few last stands, because we just have to hold out the initial push. If you do that, we are basically fine. Because our Space Marines make our divisions so good in defense, so we will just shoot down the CAS like there's no tomorrow. Look at these numbers. It is actually wild. Yeah, they're kind of screwed. So, desperate measures is through. So, you know what? I'm gonna very quick do this over here to get some advices, because you might see see our government over here is a little bit empty, and that's because there's no real advices we can take right now. Plus, all of our good doctrine guys kind of got purged. On top of that, High Command, let's just say a little bit Air Force heavy. Yeah, we have to kind of create new guys for that, and for that we need generals that perform very well in the war, and that will be what we're doing right now. On the other side, we can go to war economy. Very good. Also, we finally have time to do this focus over here, where we finally get our Tsar back. Let's do it. The only time we have been kind of led by a provincial government, because I focused everything else than government, and I think they did a good job, right? I think they did quite a good job. In the background, we have completely not talked about it. Doctrines. Why? Because I never had army experience to do anything with them. Now, out of nowhere, I have a lot of army experience. Don't know where that came from, but I would love to use it to go down Grand Battle Plan. I know, horrible. Because I get logistical focus, which is just overall really good, and theater training for getting specializations in certain terrains faster. I love the terrain bonuses, because later on, you can get adaptable. And not gonna lie, adaptable is by far the best trait you can give a general. So, Return of the Tsar. Glorious. Turning us green and giving us This is not Vladimir III. Let me just very quick and 0 at the end. Might have gotten wind from my test run what nation I will play next and made a little change. Anyways, with that now through, I would say we actually joined the allies. I know a little bit cursed, but that is portrait. Oh my god. I know this is full headcanon, but the thought of doing a Civilwar against Stalin just to crown in afterwards Emperor of Russia is so funny. I'm still processing that in the background. Oh my god. Anyways, let's do the Romanov reconstruction. Giving us political power and stability. I actually need political power. That's good. Very important right now. I want to go down Panslavic nationalism. So what we are going to do is rush down these three things, and then this. Because if we do this, we ask Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, and Poland if they want to join us. I gotta be honest, Bulgaria is in the Axis, so I'm pretty sure they will not join us. But we will just conquer them, right? Like, this is not gonna be that hard. That war over here ended, and Japan forgot to take that. Love the AI. Justifying again. Oh my god. And I do feel like we have absolute air supremacy, and I love that in area offense, all the areas are at the beginning red, and then the game remembers I use Space Marines, and they can't pierce me, and then they're all green. That is so good. What we can also finally do now is we got a lot of new advices. I'm personally liking this guy the most right now. Factory output. Very nice. So I shall take him. And I've been kicked from the allies. Yeah, this will happen a lot. And yeah, you're starting to see the Germans are really drained of equipment already. We've gotten like 160k losses, which is, you know, it's a lot. But for the Soviet Union, it's basically nothing. The Germans lost 1.2 million to us. It's a little bit more. Japan did the very wise decision right now to declare war on the USA. That's gonna end very well for them. And here we go. We invited back into the allies. Yay. And now that we finished the focus, secure the politics, I'm just gonna, you know, drag them into the war because why not? I want the land. Making them join the Axis, which I don't care about, and even better, increasing the front line. I know at the beginning I wanted to decrease the front line. Now we are actually really strong, so I absolutely don't mind increasing it. Very good news, by the way. Bulgaria finally joined the war, meaning we will be able to take all of the land in a peace treaty, which I want to do. Yugoslavia has capitulated, putting them into a very weak position. I've been kicked from the allies again. Yeah, it's gonna be an on-off relationship with the allies. I gotta tell you that much. Anyways, we got all of the war goals. For the next focus here, I wanna be in the allies. So what we're gonna do now is do a little bit of reforms on our military. And that's, by the way, why I'm not pushing here yet, because I got an event to annex the entirety of Poland and Yugoslavia. So why should I push into the territory right now? I would just give it back to them. So last advisor, and we finally have a government. I know, crazy. What I also need to do now is to kind of improve a little bit of relations with a few nations. Maybe the UK, most importantly, I have to find in this list Yugoslavia and also Poland. Yeah, in the background, we are farming war participation, but just keeping our air force down and waiting with Space Marines. Amazing timing, by the way. Focus is done. We are invited back into the allies. So let's finally do Pan-Slavic nationalism. Should allow us to basically get these two nations for free. Do I need to be this careful about it? I'm actually not sure, but I'd rather not risk it, okay? And there's some things happening in this game that are definitely not historically scripted. In the background, I did ask Zero where he got this from. Apparently, this is in the game files. I didn't know that. They didn't use it for anything, but they apparently made a Tsar Stalin portrait. I mean, it looks sick. Gotta say that. Small update, by the way. We had 50% war participation now. I'm still not using my air force. We lost around 200k men, which is quite a lot. But as I said before, not as the Soviets. The Germans, on the other hand, casually lost 3 million men to me. Sure, I think they're having a grand old time just endlessly pushing against me. Must be amazing. So Pan-Slavic nationalism is done. What do the nations say? Here we go. Poland accepts. Yugoslavia accepts. We annex both. We are now going to do this over here because we can get a little bit of more manpower for this. And for our final push, a little bit more manpower wouldn't be bad. Let's say it like that. We don't need to go away from volunteer only, but like 1% more would do a lot. What I'm also going to do now is to finally allow my air force to attack and my army to push. Oh my god, look at the gas. That is delicious. Yeah, we're just steamrolling the Germans now. I just held back only because of that one focus. And now that we have it, I'm just gonna do this. There's nothing more I need to wait for. We got all of the important focuses. We don't need to be in the Allies anymore. Very good timing on saying that. They just kicked me out. And best of all, we also get decisions right now to integrate the land. So once we control all of Poland, we can just core Poland. Same with nations that didn't say yes, like Bulgaria and Czechoslovakia. Two different reasons, like Bulgaria is in the war against us. Czechoslovakia doesn't exist. But let's just say we're getting a lot of cores very soon. So even though we will be a little bit manpower starved, I actually don't need these troops back here. They were like a backup plan. Yeah, green air, completely busted infantry. We got this. Liberation of Warsaw. I mean, Poland doesn't exist anymore, so I guess it's liberated. So the Baltics are cleaned up. I would actually like to join the Allies for one last time because I just remembered Sweden is a thing. Oh, like I summoned them. They asked me to join again. Yeah, they guarantee Sweden, but now that I'm at the Allies, I can just declare war on Sweden and I'm not involved with the Allies now because I'm in the Allies. We've also in the background liberated all of Poland, so we're gonna integrate them now. 90 days, but an enormous amount of cores. It is mid-1942 and we are about to enter Berlin. Goodbye, hopes and dreams of the Germans. On the side, focus tree-wise, I did notice over here that this is different to the Soviet path. We can get battle priests in the army when we do this focus over here, which I just did, by the way, giving us a lot of bonuses, but making our doctrines a little bit more expensive. Currently, I have no problem with army or air experience, trust me, so I don't really care about this. And having a little bit more holy damage in our army seems pretty based, so you know what? I'm gonna take that. Oh my god, the pockets we are doing now. Oh, this is actually wild. Anyways, Germany capitulated. Why is this going to France? Hello? Kinda rude, not gonna lie. The bulk of our army should go further down into Italy, securing us the puppet, while the rest cleans up this. Bro, I tell you, the French are so greedy. I liberate the land instantly. They think they can have Italy. Bro, that's rude. How are they actually so fast over here? Oh, it's because Vichy France got integrated. True. So, this is about to completely collapse. Let's just check losses real quick. I'm looking at 72% war participation with 900k losses. Yeah, the last push was very aggressive, but it was worth it. Germany looking at 5 million losses for me, and Italy another 550. Actually, got an achievement. As the USSR take Rome. I mean, we're not the USSR, but I guess we got an achievement. The Pope. How many divisions does he have? Oh, I didn't plan on that, but it's always fun to get achievements while playing this game. By the way, Italy, Civil War question mark, when please? Pointy fingers. You have like no army left. I'm about to literally capitulate you. Once again, we've been kicked from the faction and Italy capitulated. Let me just do this focus over here, which I actually didn't notice. They removed the red flag. It's actually a cool small graphic thing. I will also stop pushing over here because I generally don't want to capitulate Bulgaria yet. What I do want is to cut off the allies from being able to capitulate them. I would like to capitulate this nation over here before we do everything else. So, Sweden joined the Axis. I guess that's good. Are they a major power? They are actually a major power. You know what? Then I'm just going to finish up Bulgaria over here. Bulgaria is gone. That's very good. Yeah, and they start with just pushing into here. That is good. Some troops over here. Prepare the naval landing. And overall, yes, we could join the allies again. But you know what, actually? We're going to make our own faction. We are now the Entente. You know, back to the roots. The OG. Not those fake allies. The Yalta Conference. No. Like, me has like 74% war participation. UK. Hey, how about we split Germany fairly, where you get 1/4? No. So, glory of the Imperial Army is done. You know what? We could actually move our capital finally to St. Petersburg. That would be amazing. I'm also gonna send like 10,000 trucks to Romania so I can integrate them later. I'm gonna be rude and do the same treatment to Finland. Is it coarse? No. Do I care? No. All right, I have the decision. Rush to Berlin, giving me more division speed and more attack bonus versus the Germans. Funnily enough, right now, I'm fighting the Germans over here. This might be useful. I'm gonna do that. Let's rush to Berlin. Anyways, capital now over here, and we actually get good bonuses for it. I didn't even mention it, but you get more industry, you get more billing slots, and you get local billing speed 25%, which is like huge. There we go. You might see that we already integrated a few nations, but I'm gonna do a peace treaty real quick, and if you look at the war participation, there's actually a big chance here I will just get everything. So, I'm not even joking. I literally got everything. I even mean Norway, by the way. I got all of Norway. So, everything is integrated. We can declare the Panslavic Union, and we shall do that, which literally only changes our name to the Panslavic Union. We get the event for the Panslavic Union. I would say I'm gonna do one more thing real quick. Isn't that truly a Panslavic Union? Anyways, 1943, Civil War Russia. This was a lot of fun. If you want to try this out yourself, feel free. Once again, thank you to my Twitch chat for telling me that. This was my division. My patrons, I love you. Until next time, bye.